So my goal is to ride the monorail all the way around, starting in downtown Disney, going through Tomorrowland and coming back. So we'll see if I'm able to do that today. I've got a couple stories to tell about it. The first story is that when I worked here in 1986 for $3 an hour, they offered a shift for people who wanted extra hours to ride the monorail for 8 hours. So you could just sit on the monorail and not get off for 8 hours. I can't remember if they actually took us off and put us back on. The only thing I can remember is that it was very, very, very boring, and they were not playing any spiel or anything with it. They just had the monorail going around and they were testing the weight. It was like calibrating the weight or something like that. So that's why they needed us all to just sit there. And the person driving it had a TV guide, if you know what TV guides were. And he kept saying, so right now it's 2 o'clock, so this is what's on TV. If you were at home, this is what you could be watching on TV. And we all just thought that was so funny. And the fact that, you know, there was no way to have a TV or watch TV programs on the monorail for sure. So that was kind of funny. And after that 8 hours, we were pretty much done with sitting there. And then my other story is that I used to work at the monorail station over here at the hotel where I'm going to get on right now. It used to be a station, a monorail station, and you could buy a round-trip ticket for like 50 cents and just go around. So if you couldn't afford to go into Disneyland, you could just buy a round-trip ticket on the monorail. So that was kind of cool. The street used to be right here, and there is the monorail station, and there is the hotel. So the hotel monorail station, unless they moved the track, which I don't know if they did or not, was right up there. Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you. See, the hotel is, well, was right there. The old part of the hotel was right there, which got torn down a long time ago. But these can't be the same stairs. They might be in the same location though, if they did not move the monorail track. And then my booth, if I remember correctly, was right here inside like this area. So cool. And the monorail's gonna be closed down for a while, so I'm glad to be getting on today.
To those of you who have just joined us, welcome aboard the Disneyland Monorail. For your safety, please remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the cabin. Watch your children, and no smoking, please.
Bienvenidos a bordo. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los niños. Por favor, se ruega no fumar. Gracias.
We're now en route to our final stop, the Tomorrowland Monorail Station. Along the way, you can get a bird's-eye look at the downtown Disney District, Disney's Grand Californian Hotel and Spa, and Disney California Adventure. To the left of the monorail is the main entrance of Disneyland, the happiest place on earth. Disneyland is truly an American original. Since its opening in 1955, it has hosted hundreds of millions of guests from around the world, including presidents, kings, and celebrities. It is the original Disney theme park, created and enjoyed by Walt Disney himself. To the right is our transportation plaza, where you'll find taxis, hotel shuttles, and public transit stops. We're about to enter Disneyland. Some of the clearances are pretty tight up ahead, so be sure to remain seated, keeping your hands and arms inside the cabin.
Didn't know about it.
This is Tomorrowland, a land inspired by science fact and fantasy. Below us is the Submarine Lagoon, where you can dive into a fantastic underwater adventure aboard the Finding Nemo Submarine Voyage. Across the way are the icy peaks of Matterhorn Mountain, home of the world's most famous bobsled run. And beneath us is the Autopia, where drivers of all ages can travel the road to tomorrow.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome aboard the Disneyland Monorail. Just a couple reminders for later today. Mickey's Mix Magic. Our fireworks spectacular slated tonight at 9 o'clock, and as weather conditions permitting. Disneyland Park is open until 11 o'clock, but please be advised the monorail do close early ahead of the rest of Disneyland. Monorail stations will be closing at 6:30 tonight. We're now at our final descent to our final stop, which is Tomorrowland. Please remain seated until we pull into the station, make a complete stop, and your doors have opened. Thanks so much for flying with us. Have a magical rest of your day and night here at Walt Disney's original Magic Kingdom.
To the right of the monorail, you just might spot the sparkling gold spires of one of Disney's most beloved attractions. It's a small world. And now we're riding alongside the happiest kingdom of them all, Fantasyland, home to Pinocchio, Snow White, Peter Pan, and other storybook characters. We're now approaching the Tomorrowland Monorail Station, our final destination. Please remain seated until the monorail comes to a complete stop. Then collect your belongings, watch your head, and step carefully from the train. On behalf of all of our crew, thanks for traveling with us. And we hope you'll have a happy and memorable visit here at Disneyland. This is the Tomorrowland Monorail Station.
I just switched sides to get this other perspective.
Hello everyone, welcome aboard the Disneyland Monorail. We are now beginning a 2.5-mile journey to downtown Disney Station and back. For a safe trip, remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the cabin. Be sure to watch your children and
seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los niños. Por favor, se ruega no fumar.
You are riding aboard the Mark VII, the latest generation of Disneyland Monorails. When Walt Disney introduced this attraction in 1959, it was the first daily operating monorail system in the Western Hemisphere. Just ahead is Disney California Adventure, where you'll find Disney stories told in unique and exciting new ways. Towering Arms in the distance is home to the Devon Collection, with the collector showcases its newest acquisitions, the Guardians of the Galaxy. We're now passing Grizzly Peak, land of scenic wonders, where you can experience the beauty and exhilaration of free flight in Soarin'. Coming into view is Disney's Grand Californian Hotel and Spa. This imaginary masterpiece was inspired by the state's natural wonders and features the arts and crafts style of the 19th century. We are now arriving at Downtown Disney Station, gateway to the Downtown Disney District and the Disneyland Resort Hotel. If you will be leaving us here and returning later today, please hold on to your park ticket as you leave the station. You may reboard the monorail for a return trip to Tomorrowland up until 1/2 hour prior to Disneyland closing. Please remain seated until the monorail comes to a complete stop and the doors have opened. Then gather your belongings, lower your head, watch your step, and exit to the left of the monorail. Thanks for traveling with us today, and we hope you enjoy your visit to the Disneyland Resort. For those of you continuing with us, we'll begin our return trip to Tomorrowland in just a few minutes. Thank you.
So I was on the Mark VII, it said, and they did say they were only running one monorail. So this is it. You just wait for this one monorail and then it goes around, comes back.
Make sure all strollers are loaded onto the small sides. Please watch your head and step. 4-5! 4-5!
So these are going to be closing in a week, I believe, for refurb. So it'll be interesting to see how they come back. Now see that little room right there? That's where you used to be able to ride for 50 cents. And see how it's self-contained? The only way to get in and out is through the front. That's where you would pay the 50 cents and then you could ride in that little separate area when I used to work here in 1986. Now, I don't even think anyone can ride in that area. I've never seen anyone ride in there since, or maybe VIPs or something, but you used to just be able to pay the 50 cents and go around, and you couldn't get off inside of Disneyland. That was the whole point. But it was pretty cool to at least have that option.